So it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
So much reach. Allen using that wingspan to his advantage.
Cunningham outside. Outside for Robinson. On the wing, Harris. Back to Robinson. Shot clock at 5. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Here's Cunningham. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
He's not going to beat you with speed. Harden uses his footwork and his strength to create separation on his way to the rim.
Pass to Harris. Here is Robinson. Duren down low.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Mitchell left side. Now Harden. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Pulled the D that time. Harden with the soft touch. Okay.
Here's Cunningham. Out to Thompson. On the wing, Harris. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And this is why you get Harris the rock inside. They can trust his judgment down there.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A kick out to Mobley. Here's Harden. It's hauled in by Harris. And Detroit has possession. Pass to Duren. Thompson, high post. Cunningham, outside. Inside. And Duren slams it in.
And really with a pass-first mentality, Cunningham, the type of player that you like to play with.
Now, here's Mitchell. Still without a basket. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Here's Tyson. Here's the 3. Merrill gets the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Cunningham for 3. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Allen, right side. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Down low. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Just a fantastic decision maker. Cunningham giving it up in that two-man set.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Tyson. Here's Merrill from past the arc. He Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
Nice positioning on the offensive boards. Allen working hard to secure that rebound.
Now here's Jenkins. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
So when a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. With 1 on the clock. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Cavaliers on top, up by 2. Live from Little Caesar. 13. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Mobley misses. The Pistons trailing. Now here's Jenkins. Scoreless thus far.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Harden. Against contact, Harden makes it work inside.
A master at working through contact. Sometimes it seems Harden prefers getting physical on the way up.
Here's LeVert. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Knocked away. And here we go with Jenkins running it up the court. Here's Holland. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Jenkins. Pass to Mobley. Back to Strus. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pistons.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Cavaliers on D, trailing by 2. Here's Cunningham. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Well, Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
And Mobley throws it down hard.
Oh, go ahead, big fella. Throw it down. Mobley showing off that incredible bounce.
Mitchell with the steal. Pass to Harden. Back to Mitchell. Launches it. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And Robinson wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer off the mark. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harden. Oh, Harden with a good look down low.
Just an absolute ferocious score. When Harden gets a chance to score from the interior, he doesn't think twice about shooting.
Pass to Harris. Mobley with the block. Ellis right side. Mitchell outside. 4 on the shot clock. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Harden outside. Jacks up a 3. Easy money, James Harden.
Big three-point shot from James Harden. Look, this man locks in, and that is his shot.
Pass to Holland. To halt the run. Mobley with the block. Cleveland leading by 3. Good D by Thompson. Here's Cunningham. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
James Harden getting it done for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. For 3, Mitchell buries the long-range jumper. Mitchell's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Cleveland. Here's Cunningham, and the layup's good off the glass.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And here is Mitchell. The tray. It's hauled in by Harris. Here's Thompson. Mobley with the block.
Sensational swat from Mobley. I love how hard he goes on the defensive end.
The Pistons shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. He doesn't get the second one. The Cavaliers leading. Here's Harden. Rebound by the Pistons. It's Robinson high post. Stills. Oh, yes! Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
It's Robinson, top of the key. Here's Cunningham. He's got 9. Duran, no good. Mitchell left side. Pass to Mobley. Nice by Harden. Wide open. Buries it from 3-point range. Harden's got 16 points.
Dangerous with and without the rock. Harden is accurate on the catch and shoot.
Mitchell outside. 8 on the wing. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs.
An offensive juggernaut. It's fun watching Harden go out and just take over. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The drive by Schroeder. Drills the three-pointer. He has 6.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break. He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Tyson. Misses the 3. Pistons trailed by 3. For three, Harris. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The three from Strus. Duren pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Pass to Strus. At the elbow, it's Allen. Here's Schroeder. And another miss by Cleveland. Here's Thompson. Ooh, what a slam! What a slam!
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Harris a screen to the middle. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And now it's a three-point Piston lead.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Merrill's got 9 points.
If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
Duren a screen. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Here's Harris. The shot that time, not on target. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Pistons lead by 2. And we'll be back right after this. 3/10 quarters behind us, and more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The Pistons leading. Cunningham outside. Stewart a screen. Out to the right wing. Lays it up off the glass. Stewart's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pistons.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Harden with it to the inside. Allen. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
And Cunningham with the slam.
I love the mentality of Cunningham tonight, looking for his shot, and boy, is he producing.
Here's Merrill. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Merrill's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. And Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. To the paint, kicks it out to Ellis. Another three for Cleveland. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Harris a screen. Here's Cunningham. Blocked again. And they get it back. Just 5 to shoot. Another chance. Rebounded by Allen inside. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The lead is 2. On the wing, Mitchell. Now Allen. Outside Mobley. target from outside. And the Pistons with possession here. It's Herter. They set the screen. Harris outside Cunningham. Nice for the hoop. No good on the layup.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. It's colder than cold. But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Both teams will make substitutions. Four-point game. Here's Cunningham. From deep. Wade rips down the rebound.
It's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Harris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mobley. Here's Cunningham. Harris a screen. Harris draws the double. Now Thompson. Pocket 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Stolen by Thompson. All alone. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
Here's Mobley. Mitchell outside. It's Mitchell with the tray.
His team trusts him, and rightfully so. Mitchell makes so many big, important shots because he is a clutch performer.
Robinson up top. Cunningham. Rebounded by Allen inside.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul.
Harden fires. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Cavaliers ball.
Good work there as it goes down.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct. How about Harris in?
All right, brothers and sisters. Yeah, let's get on down to nitty-gritty like I said. Yeah, let's get on down to nitty-gritty like I said. Yeah, let's get on down to nitty-gritty like I said. Yeah, let's get on down to nitty-gritty like I said.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And the tip belongs to the Jazz. George outside. Launches it. The rebound by Carter. Here's Orlando. Pass to Suggs. And he banks in the layup.
Hey, you can see that former football player mentality and history on display with Suggs. He is fearless.
Now here's George. He can't get it to go. Payne surveying the D. Suggs outside. Driving in. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
You know, on the drive, Suggs can be a bit unpredictable, which keeps him, I think, a step ahead of the defense. You don't want him knowing exactly what you're going to do.
And the ball out of play. The Magic will have it. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. On the wing, Bane. And he drives in. Rebounded by Bailey. Jackson outside. Pass to Kessler. And here's George. He's checked by Carter. Here's Bailey. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Now here's Banchero. Back to Suggs. The 3 from Bane. Hits a 3-pointer.
And I like that there. I mean, get Bane something in rhythm.
George for 3. The rebound by Carter.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer 3 so badly.
Pass to Banchero. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. The Magic making a switch here. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. George feels it out a bit. Pass to Bailey. Will it go? Drives to the hoop. Oh, he goes up high for the 2-handed slam.
You're putting the ball on the floor. A good idea from Bailey.
Kicks it out to Bane. And here's Carter. Stolen by Jackson. From 9 feet out. Off the window. It's good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Banchero. It's a one-on-one situation.
Whoa, Ace Bailey. He put that on his highlight reel.
Magic leading by 3. Here's Bane. And it's blocked by Kessler. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Utah moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. George with it. Guarded now by Black. George, no good. Orlando with the ball. To the inside. Carter. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Carter Jr. plays with an impressive physicality. I think it's what makes defenders overcommit like this.
The Magic making a switch here. Here's Collier. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Deflected. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. drops in the three. So it's Utah now. They trail by 7. Here's Sensabaugh. There's the drive. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Black outside. And a nice finish on the layup.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
For 3, Collier. And so it's the Orlando Magic closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Black. Takes the 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Collier. The shot from the low post is good. Orlando with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game is 9. And the foul called on Anthony Black. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Suggs surveys the D. Here he goes. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
Collier, no good. Magic leading by 5. To the middle. Pass to Batase. Suggs outside. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, how about the athleticism of Jalen Suggs? I mean, I love seeing him rise up with power like he did there.
Jackson down low. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Collier. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Four on the clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Utah with another miss.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Jazz trail by 7. And stolen by Suggs. To the paint. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. No good. A bit long that time. Now here's George. It's Markkanen on the wing. Forcing the issue. Markkanen.
Some real toughness from Markkanen. Powers through the contact, then has the focus and touch to finish.
Here's Banchero. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. Jackson, the screen. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. George outside. Clock at 6. Over Suggs. George, no good. Orlando leading by 5. Banchero right side. Fires the three. Kessler with a rebound. Pass to Bailey. The three. Kicks it to George. Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen outside. Kessler a screen. The three ball. Markkanen misses. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for Orlando. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Batase with a screen. Inside. No good. And they can't put it into the drought.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Pass to Markkanen. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Orlando ahead, up 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Suggs outside. Driving inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Suggs handling his business so far in this one. Really putting the work in on the offensive end.
Pass to Markkanen. Nice touch inside there from Markkanen.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, with this bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
And he makes it. Orlando leading by 5. Back to Suggs. The rebound by the Jazz. George outside. Jackson on the wing. Pass to Bailey. On the take. Comes up empty down low. Here's Orlando. Now Suggs. 4-3. The rebound by Jackson. And here's George. From deep three-point land. Nails it from 3. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Good balance and shooting mechanics give George that NBA range.
And Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Carter inside. 5 on the clock. And it's slammed in by Carter.
No margin for error that time. Big time slam from big man Carter Jr.
Pass to Collier. Can't connect from short range. Orlando leading by 4. Suggs left side. Down low. Now here's Carter. Back to Suggs. Here's Bane. Banchero surveys. Fires the 3. Bane, no good. Here's Sensabaugh. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third quarter here. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. Utah shooting their first free throw this game. 1:46 left in the third. On the attack, Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Carter Jr. showing you the mobility that he has as a big guy. Really good job that time creating for himself.
These are his first free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there. Wagner outside. Banchero right side. Over to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Carter.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
Jazz trail by 5. Here's Collier. It's rebounded by Wagner. It's stolen. Out to the right wing. Utah moving the ball around. Takes it inside. And the shot goes down. Sensabaugh's got 7 points.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, pretty fearless move by Bane, making sure he gets the shot off.
Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. 6 to shoot. There's a screen by Nurkic. Going inside. Got a hand on it. To the inside. De Silva. Here's Batase. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Orlando ahead. Up by 5.
33.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Collier. Pass to Jackson. Count it, and the foul. That's on Goga Batase.
What confidence from Jackson there. Just taking it right at the defense and overpowering them.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Orlando.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
George outside. Pass to Bailey. Some solid D from Batase. Orlando leading by 4. Now Banchero. Banchero down the lane. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, so ferocious on the drive. I mean, have to be impressed watching Banchero just throw it down.
Knocks down the long K.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Substitution on
The Magic making a switch here. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Pass to Banchero. From deep. The rebound by the Jazz. Here's Bailey. Again, Utah good for 2. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. The Magic making a switch here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Anytime he can, Bane is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range. Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And it's Wendell Carter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Sometimes it's just better to give up the rebound instead of fighting through the guy.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
And there it is!
It's clear Jackson Jr. embraces the spotlight. He's a solid scorer who makes important shots for this team. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And Bane drops them both.
In a tight game, this is who they want taking these shots.
Marking it outside. Now George. 6 on the shot clock. Carter rips down the board. Orlando leading by 4. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Jams it home!
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one. Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
Right side Bane. Now Carter. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
This is where Carter Jr. is most comfortable, in my opinion. Feels like he can score at will from there.
No good. Suggs outside. Here's Bane. From downtown. Kessler with a rebound. Bailey. He takes it in. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Yeah, for this coaching staff, they want Bailey operating in the paint. I mean, he's got athleticism and touch.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Oh, it misses.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time, son.
Here's Bailey. Driving to the basket. And so Orlando takes the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that'll do it, folks.